Hey, back to the Where's Jim show. That's who we are, right?
Yeah, that's who.
You
right?
sure? Okay. Where's Jim show? Matt.
Kyle.
Jim's not here as usual. We really should have got another name if this bastard's never here.
Probably should just change the name of the show, yeah.
It's too late now. We got two people that listen to us, so.
Well,
Okay, I don't know if this
you
happened
think
to you.
maybe we can get a third one if we just go with the Matt and Kyle show?
I think Jim will stop listening, and then we might be minus a listener.
Yeah, all right.
Plus, we got a pretty damn cool logo, so.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you. When you were going to school, probably about, I'm going to say 12, 13, if you went to school. I don't know how you country boys were. You might have been hunting bear or something. But let's
Yeah,
say
anyway.
the type of music that was out. Okay?
12, 13. Yeah, all
Well,
right.
you know, just set the image.
Oh, I'm trying.
Was there a group maybe of like 15 or 16-year-olds that didn't like the music that was out, and they always kind of pressed back to like a generation before? Like with me when I was growing up, there was these like some teenagers that were, oh, yeah, that music sucks. You know, I like AC/DC and Black Sabbath and, you know,
That was me.
Well, you see, you were one of those assholes, so you know what I'm talking about. You know, and for you, it was a generation after me. You know, and the whole thing kind of amazed me. The other night, you know, we stop and we think of like rap music, and I know you never listened to it.
It's not that I don't. I know the songs. I know the bands. It's just not that. It's not my kind of music.
Well, I grew up in the city, so
Right.
You know, and when I was growing up, I was listening to hip hop, and that's what I saw. It was us listening to hip hop, and then there was the other guys wearing the jackets with like, you know, all these groups. I don't even remember the names of them. You know, I could understand the people who had like Slayer and stuff.
Right.
That was understandable. But when they were putting like AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, I was like, come on, that's like
Right.
almost my parents' type of crap to listen to. What the hell is on?
If you see a guy with a leather jacket with Aerosmith on the back, you got to get worried.
Yeah, you know, it's like, what's
Yep.
up? Even though they came back and had that little pop thing and stuff like that. But, you know, here's the deal. I'm online last night, and I'm looking at my nephew, who's mid-teen age years.
Okay.
Everything's fine, and it kind of hit me. Like, he posts lyrics to a rap song from when I was a kid. So now, first of all, I started thinking, oh, you know, I guess that style of hip-hop is an official genre now. You know,
Right.
It's not a little fad. But then I'm like, wait a second. Are those type of assholes, like you were one of those assholes that like that kind of music, are they now in like the hip-hop crowd? Are kids today going around? And then I started thinking, like, I go online and I see these people talking about, yo, the music ain't real, son. Let's be real. Rap
Yeah.
lyrics aren't exactly the smartest shit. There's no music talent involved. It's
Right.
not like they sit around and they're like, no, the notes gotta fit this mood or nothing. It's samples, drum machines, today a couple synthesizers. But these kids now are doing this same type of shit to older rap songs.
Well, they're like taking Run DMC and
Yeah, and they're putting it up there like these lyrics mean something. Like when I was young, it was like, even still, you know, oh yeah, if you heard Stairway to Heaven, yo, that's a deep song. Yeah, if you heard this song, yeah, they're talking about drug use. You heard this and that, you know, Tom Petty songs. Yeah, I know what the hell Tom Petty's talking about. He talks about the same fucking thing in every one of his songs. We know what the hell he's talking about. But to see this kid put like a Tribe Called Quest lyrics up on his page, and I ask him, I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And he's like, yo, Tribe got the ill flows.
Tribe got the ill flows.
To me, it means something. The rap fans know what it
Yeah.
means, but even still, it's like
I understand what it means.
this
It's
is
just, he's
old
yeah.
rap songs. You know, not that I'm expecting him to like Wheezy or you know Jay-Z or something, but just why? I don't know if I like it, being that it's an official genre that we
Right.
could look back and be like, you know, the 50s, you know, oh yeah, Buddy Holly and all this type of stuff, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, they don't make them like Tribe Called Quest and Run DMC did.
Now, is it because he's listening to that, or is it
I'm
because you're
guessing
just
he is.
feeling old?
No, I go online and I take a look at it, and it's these kids got it like on the web grip pages. You know,
Right.
it's like somebody will mention, yeah, you heard Jay-Z's new song, and then some dude, I'll look up his profile. He's like 13 years old, and this is a true story. And he's like, yo, did you don't understand, son. They ain't doing the real hip hop. As if I never remember that
As
was
if
rock.
he would know.
Yeah, this was like, he must have been like sperm at the time.
Right.
And he's talking about, yo, the real hip hop is Tribe Called Quest, Big Daddy Kane, people you don't know about, but, and it's just like, why is it an official genre? I don't like it now. I don't like the fact that this music is coming. It's nothing to do with the age.
Right.
I could care less about that. I just find it creepy as hell that kids today are looking back at that music as a source to what music is supposed to be.
It is kind of scary knowing what is being put out today and what was being put out back then.
And that's what kind of brings me, like, I'll stop and I'll think, like, longevity in music.
Right.
Pop music is something totally different, and people will come out and say, like, Lil Wayne and stuff is pop versus some of the other stuff that's out there in hip-hop. And then I think about back then, okay, when I was listening, you had your Iron Maiden and stuff like that, and it's kind of like a genre pop culture icon type stuff now. You know, and the Def Leppards and things like that. Now it's like the pop music we could look back on.
Right.
I just can't see it because, it's true. No one was listening to today. No one's going back and saying, yo, that first Cyndi Lauper album was amazing. So I guess I'm looking at it like this. Like the old hip-hop is, to these kids now, what rock and roll was to me. Even though I liked hip-hop, I looked back at rock and roll and I was like, oh, wow, okay.
Now, what do you mean by rock and roll?
I'm talking about everything. I'll go back to that, and I'll go back to even what, like, I understood what the people were wearing these Led Zeppelin patches for.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, dude, you're fucking 14, 15 years old. You know, give it a rest. You look like a complete asshole walking around with your dad's jacket on.
Right.
You know, but now that's my thing. These dudes are hyping up Big Daddy Kane. This guy is like so far into retirement, I don't even know if he's breathing anymore. I don't even know if he's alive. You know, what are they gonna do? Wear Fat Boys? Yo, you see that movie Disorderlies? Yo, that shit was hot.
Just think ahead a couple generations down the line.
And that's what's scaring me now. That was what I was gonna bring up.
People are gonna be talking about what Jay-Z is a big influence on the hip-hop world.
Yeah, that's understandable on a business aspect. So, but they're going to be like, you know, Wheezy? You know, if that's the case, I can understand why all the older people were always like, oh, our next generation is fucked. Because if we were fucked for listening to what we were doing, and now they're over here paying attention to, like, Lil Wayne and people like that, dude, if these priests are going to come back and start battling demons, I can understand why. Because we're fucked.